Or two here for the players to get warmed up. Welcome everyone to Noche NBA. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, with Allie LaForce reporting courtside. Here are the five for the Clippers. In the forward slots, you'll see Leonard and Collins. Dunn is out there with Darius Garland, and it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. There's no question, Clark, Tyronn Lue has been a stabilizing presence for this Clippers organization.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. Ty Lue has fostered a really strong culture and has navigated some testy, difficult situations, which is why he's already viewed as one of the best coaches in franchise history.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And although they were the better team last year by overall records, this was a competitive matchup for them.
Guys, they split the season series, and there's always randomness to this game. The unpredictability of it. You win some, you lose some, but they certainly want to impose their talent level tonight. Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
Leonard, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Fox, and that one's drained from the low block.
And a fantastic finish. I just love seeing Fox work his way through contact and converting.
Bounce pass from Garland. Leonard, no luck.
An 0 for 4 start. Somebody forgot to take this team out of the cooler.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. The two-way star Kawhi Leonard was at the top of the coach's mind. He told me we've seen Kawhi win those finals MVPs because at his best, he is as good as anyone in the world. Leonard doesn't just score it, he can also shut down your best wing. It's really tough facing him. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Pass to Wembanyama. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And here is Lopez. Collins passes to Dunn. Collins setting the pick for Dunn. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Vassell kicks to Fox. Greg, I think now is when we really see the value of depth as teams prepare for the playoffs.
It always helps when you can spread out your minutes, prevent stars from being overworked, and diminish the risk of injury.
And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Barnes is checked in for San Antonio. Harper comes in for De'Aaron Fox. And then for the Clippers, Jackson, he's checked in for Lopez. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Chris Dunn. And Sanders subbed in for Garland. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special.
That strong upper body of Kawhi's really helps him around the basket.
Barnes outside. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him.
Isaiah Jackson.
The Spurs shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one.
Victor Wembanyama.
Shooting two.
Free throw good, Wembanyama. You can be sure, GA, that as the Spurs build this team, there will be no shortcuts.
Well, they're surely eyeing that group 8 hours north in OKC, another young core that's not going anywhere. If the Spurs want to contend, the standard's been set.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Vassell, and it's Johnson in for Stephon Castle. One thing you can say about this Clippers organization, GA, resources will never be a problem.
He had passionate and deep-pocketed leadership. You throw in the market size, and even if they're not the glamour franchise in LA, they're no longer resigned to second fiddle.
Wembanyama down low. Batum's there. Wembanyama, no good.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Harper after the basket by Los Angeles. Wembanyama, a screen on Sanders. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. And Mathurin has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. San Antonio's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Cornett finds Johnson. Spurs passing it around. Cornett passes to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And Cornett gets it to go.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Mathurin for 3. The shot, no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 4. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Fox is out there with Harper. And it's Cornett in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put into action because you blow actions up. And then at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you.
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. Now here's Johnson. Following the miss by Isaiah Jackson. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Taking the gloves off. You like how Johnson attacks the rim once he's there.
Harper against Mathurin. Here's Garland. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clippers trail by 8. And Tyronn Lue wants a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Clark, more so than ever, NBA offenses are putting the ball in the hands of their stars and letting them go to work.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's because NBA offense is all about creating space, and usually your star players can do that with a high level of skill, speed, shot making, and playmaking. You can create it with strength as well, playing through a guy like Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
The Spurs with some changes. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Luke Cornett. Vassell comes in for Johnson. And Castle is subbed in for Harper. Collins checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And LA has possession. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Leonard against Vassell. Leonard forces it through inside.
You know, a little bit of contact will not bother Leonard at all. I mean, he's so strong as a player. It's part of the deal for him.
Barnes kicks to Fox. Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama. Counting his second make in 4 attempts.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team. That's why they're ahead.
And it's Mathurin missing. San Antonio leading by 8. There's the drive. Here's Vassell. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And in terms of efficiency, Greg, very little has changed with Kawhi Leonard.
In multiple years, he's been close to making the 50-40-90 club. A high-usage player who gets to his spots and also takes great care of the ball. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. The Spurs with some changes. Champagne's checked in, and it's Harper in for De'Aaron Fox. And then for Los Angeles, Lopez, he's checked in for Jones, and it's Dunn in for Garland. A minute 20 left in the first half of the game. Wembanyama passes to Champagnie. Wembanyama, a screen on Collins. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Leonard looking around. Dunn finds Collins. Dunn outside. Collins a screen on Vassell. Dunn misses. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Indiana Pacers. And the basket by Castle.
That's a confident shot right there by the rookie. Castle wants to keep improving that part of his game.
Down against Harper. Collins dishes to Lopez. Outside Mathurin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3. Lopez against Harper. Pass to Wembanyama. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Wembanyama has got the lead up to 8 now for the Spurs. Here's Leonard. Buries the 20-footer. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And so it's San Antonio with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action in just a minute.
Hey everybody, halftime is upon us, and the scoreboard showing a deficit for the Los Angeles Clippers.
A few things for them to focus on: more presence on the backboards, more physicality, maybe a few elbow sandwiches.
And maybe the guards need to crack back, get in there and help out.
And now, not a bad time to take a look at the schedule ahead.
And looking at the Rockets matchup, don't let a lack of focus steal one from you. Overlooking lesser opponents, but that's when they come in and bite you.
I overlook all opponents.
In terms of what? Height? Confidence? Both? Don't even answer, I know the answer. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. In the post, it's going to be Collins and Lopez. Filling the perimeter slots are Dunn and Leonard. And it's Garland in at the point guard position. Now here's Leonard. Dunn outside. Takes a 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And the Clippers have possession after the basket by San Antonio. For longtime veteran Brook Lopez, his evolution, Clark, as a player goes beyond his three-point shooting.
Yeah, I agree with you, because folks tend to forget his defense was considered a weakness early in his career. Now he's turned into one of the best shot blockers and rim protectors in the league.
That's good from Brook Lopez.
A big physical guy with an undeniably silky stroke. Brook Lopez is a force to be reckoned with at both ends of the floor.
Brook Lopez hits them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Pass to Wembanyama. Inside Wembanyama, just too tall.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Garland kicks to Lopez. Now, here's Dunn. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard, no luck. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Stolen by Collins. Leonard against Vassell. Dunn outside. Kicks it out to Collins. Wide open shot is on the money.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Here's Champagnie. Still yet to score. Wembanyama, a screen on Leonard. And the basket by Vassell.
I really like the start here. Great aggressiveness, red hot to start this half.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Guys, back to you.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report.
Well, if he can somehow get into a rhythm offensively, I think they could stretch this lead.
Dunn looking over the floor. And here's Garland for three. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Wembanyama. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. 9. Fox, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Collins, and the Clippers miss again. And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Wembanyama. Lets the free fly. Fox, no good. Clippers trail by 9. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the shot goes in. Dunn's got his first bucket of the night.
That is just grown man, big boy work from Dunn inside. Incredible athleticism really aids him in getting these types of shots.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Group substitution here for the Clippers. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Jones comes in for John Collins. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Dunn. And Sanders subbed in for Garland. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Harper the pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Here's Jones, and Jones slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. the one-hand hole punch.
Now here's Harper. Still scoreless. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Spurs with some changes. Olynyk, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. And it's Bryant in for Wembanyama. Clippers trail by 7. 34 seconds left in the third. Down low, kicks it out to Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And a wide open look for Sanders. And he's good on the 3-ball. Sanders has got his first 3 points of the game. Johnson surveying the floor. Olynyk, a screen on Mathurin. Johnson misses the jumper.
Surprising to see that he has so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised too.
The third quarter comes to a close. Spurs out in front. They're up by 4. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. In it forward, we'll get to see Johnson and Barnes. Harper is out there with Fox, and it's Olynyk in at the 5. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Now, here's Garland. Keldon Johnson unable to get his last shot to go.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now, here's Fox. Pass to Johnson. Outside Harper. Olynyk, a screen on Mathurin. Harper's shot, good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Garland, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Jones with the screen on Harper. Mathurin for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Spurs lead by 7.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Tyronn Lue address the team. Clearly, there's no doubt in the coach's mind. He told his guys, look, we're in this. All it takes is a couple of stops and a couple of buckets. It's yours for the taking. Now go out there and take it. I like his confidence. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Outside Leonard. Pass to Garland. Out to the right wing. Collins dishes to Garland. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. 6 to shoot. Leonard, that's for 2. And the Clippers miss again. Spurs leading by 7. Now Wembanyama. Now Castle. Now Wembanyama. Now Castle puts up a 3. Cleared away by Leonard. Here goes Kawhi. Fox with the rebound.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
And that one drops.
Yeah, I love how Fox uses that wiry frame of his. He's eel-like in his ability to get to spots he wants to get to. He's always under control despite playing at a high rate of speed.
Now here's Leonard. Collins outside. Lopez a screen on Castle. Wembanyama rips down the rebound. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 9. Garland. No good, unable to end this run. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Now Castle. Now Wembanyama. Outside Vassell. Down it goes for 3.
And you see some of that insane skill of Wemby. Able to drive and kick. That is a 7'4" guard.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Vassell against Leonard. Garland. And he banks the layup in.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Spurs.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Spurs.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of Game 1 is just that much more motivated. to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Here's Vassell. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Beyond the arc. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And now our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.